What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the 6th annual Buffalo Run Disc Golf Tournament coverage. My name is Gabriel Dow, and I'm here with one of our Tulsa local pros, Lauren Lewis.
Hey.
So far, we've got a pretty good race going here. We've got Coda and Emerson tied at 3 down. Austin Hannum is sitting right behind them at 2 under par, and then we've got Tillman at 1 under par. So these guys are sitting pretty, really, after that really tough front 9. I mean, you have 6 par 4s on the front 9 alone. So, I mean, that's to be under par after that front 9 is a feat in itself.
Yeah, it gets a little rough going at times, especially, and then Bo is impressing me too because he took a couple OB strokes as well.
Yeah,
and,
right off the bat.
Still in the race.
Yep. This is hole 10, par 4, 395 feet. This is really just a risk-reward play. The basket is down here past the concrete here, and it's on a little island, and then you have the pond behind there. So you can run the basket with a hyzer through the gap, but it is very risky. So the majority of these players are going to be throwing something safe, just lay up right before the concrete and just take a 3 here.
Yeah, I agree. There's going to be those couple of people that really try to push that, but I don't know. Going OB is never a good thing. I'd rather take the layup and then easy par situation.
Exactly.
All right, so Bo went in this big brush pile.
Yeah.
That's actually going to play as casual, so he's going to get to move behind that area. That way he doesn't have to go step in there.
Yeah. That brush pile has been there for years.
I had no idea.
It was there last year, too. I mean, it's been there for a while. It's a staple on this hole. Got to avoid the brush pile. And that's a really nice shot from Austin. He should have a pretty easy layup from there.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say I'm surprised I didn't see Austin do that forehand, but we're going to see how it works out for Emerson here.
He makes the gap.
And that's the issue. If he hits the concrete, if he goes far enough to hit the concrete, he's going to get a huge skip, most definitely be in the circle.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you don't get that lucky and you get that skip just before, it almost always doesn't get across. Going downhill just takes too much off of it.
Yep. It's just such a scary run from the tee. And this is fading left for Coda, but still inside the circle.
He tried to make sure to throw it with plenty of spike angle. That way he could stick on that green.
Yeah. And Austin, closest of the bunch, puts it right up there. Luckily, there was some tall grass there to keep him from going into the pond.
Smooth little layup there for Emerson.
Here's Coda for his birdie. And just a little high. He's definitely not happy about that one.
Oh, very nice.
Austin moving to 3 under par. And this is going to be Bo for his birdie as well. Oh, yeah. He will move to 2 under par. What was the wind like on this hole? Was it left to right? I'm trying to think where we were.
Yeah, I think it was a little left to right. And it felt weird when you had to start up there at the top of the hill.
Yeah,
you weren't sure what to expect when you get down to the bottom at all.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing about those holes where it just kind of starts off really wooded and then it opens up. I mean, really the only way to check the wind out there is to walk all the way down the fairway and throw some grass. But
yeah, I agree.
I mean, sometimes you're just like, man, I don't want to do that to my card. Take 5 minutes to.
I don't want to walk all the way down that hill have to walk all the way back up.
Yeah, exactly. Hole 11, this is a par 3. It is 255 feet. This is a must-get birdie for these guys, really for the whole open field. There's a forehand line. I've also seen a hyzer line over the OB, and then we've seen Coda for a couple years throw the thumber as well. So just whatever you're comfortable with.
He throws thumber on this hole?
He does.
What?
Yeah.
All right, nice and easy. You still see a lot of wind bounces, though. I mean,
Yeah.
he threw it, came nice and clean out the hand, and still wind bouncing the whole way.
Which is crazy because there's a lot of cover on this hole. I mean, you have the trees on the left, and
I can't.
it's somewhat open on the right.
I
but
can't even.
Right? Yeah.
I
He
can't
puts it.
even
He puts
with
it
that.
right there just about every time.
That's insane.
Yeah. He's so good at that.
I think I've got a new shot for that hole because I'm not 100%, but I think I missed it every round.
Really?
This hole, yeah.
Dang.
I don't think I birdied this hole at all.
Yeah, that's brutal on the mental game for the rest of the round.
Yes, it
You're
is.
just like, dang it, I need the birdie on this hole.
Oh, Emerson, full layout. Little right on that one.
Oh, really nice putt from Bo through the trees, moving to 300 par. We've got quadruple threes on the scorecard momentarily.
Nice connection on that.
Yeah, good par save.
Glad he didn't go too far on that that layout putt.
Yeah.
Austin tapping in the birdie, and Coda, I guess,
Doing the
tapping
same.
in a birdie. I'm
Yeah.
still a little awestruck about that.
Yeah. I mean, Coda will go overhand on some weird holes and put it right just within 5 feet. Like, he's so good at those. Hole 12, this is a par 3. It is 342 feet. It is very uphill, so plays probably more like 380. The basket's tucked in the trees right here, dead straight, and you really just want to throw a hyzer out there, get a little bit of flip, and you want to hyzer out in front of that tree line on the right side, because that way you can get a skip up into the mulch and leave yourself with an inside the circle putt. And Bo he pulled that one a little bit too right, and that's the danger of doing that. Like I said, you want to hyzer right before that tree line.
I think he's still probably in the circle though. I mean, it's not going to be too bad, and I mean he's a really good putter, so he's still definitely got a chance for that.
Yeah. Austin actually squeaks through the trees and goes deep. That's not something you see too often.
Yeah, and then any of these shots that come in on a high hyzer almost always catch that tree, and then that's going to leave you well short of the circle.
Yeah. And Coda had a good drive. He might have a little bit of obstruction there from where he's at.
Yeah, let's see. No, that's definitely getting down a lot faster. That's absolutely perfect. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, some guys play a little bit more hyzer and just kind of skip up the hill to leave themselves with like a circle's edge putt. I've seen that before. Austin, that was a tough putt from where he was at.
Really good bid from a knee.
We'll stay at 4 under par though. And is this Bo for 2?
Oh, yeah, he was definitely not as far as we thought he was.
Yeah, I thought he was further down the hill than that.
Yeah,
But
nice shot, Bo.
yeah,
Sorry we ever doubted you, buddy.
right? Coda. Unfortunate par there. He will stay at 4 under par as well.
Yeah, this is another one. Even though it's pretty long and even though it's uphill, I mean, you still want to get this one for sure.
Yeah. Another shout out to Amy and Kent Cox at Basket Case Disc Golf in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Be sure to check them out if you're ever in town. We appreciate them for sponsoring the coverage. Hole 13, we are straight into it. This is a par 4, 471 feet. The common play here is just to play the power hyzer over the OB road and just trying to get as far up as you can. You don't want to carry too far left because there is the trees, and you don't want to be in the middle of there because your second shot from there is so difficult. So you just want to try and stay open, put out a nice wide hyzer with something nice and stable, and just stay in the open. Leave yourself with a nice second shot up to the mound.
Bo almost in prime position. I mean, he's got this weird telephone pole line. I don't know. We'll have to see how he plays that. That's kind of in the way. But he got way up there.
Yeah.
That almost looked like it got a little kick off the line. That's fantastic.
That's a great putt.
That's exactly where you want to be.
Yeah, and you really can get far enough up there if you got the arm to leave yourself with an eagle putt.
Yeah, if you can get a really good smash up there, you'll be bottom of the hill.
Oh yeah. Austin, that's not quite the skip you want on this hole.
Yeah, a little early. There's going to be a window through there. I'm guessing it's going to be a forehand.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a little window if you end up a little short.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, this second shot is pretty scary too because, I mean, no matter how close you are, if you catch edge on any part of that mound, you can roll anywhere from 30 feet to 80 feet away.
Yeah, I agree. And even if you're laying up your putt and you end up shorting it a little bit, your putt is going to be really hard.
Yeah.
It's going to be difficult, and if you airball it, you're going to have the exact same putt on the other side.
Yeah, exactly. And Austin with a bit of a miscue there.
Yeah, I didn't throw it quite as high. I'm certain the wind's got something to do with that. I didn't want to get it up in the wind too much.
I'm on, Bo.
Got Bo tapping in for birdie. Moving to 5 under par. Coda doing the same thing. Giving it a little extra love. He gave it a little kiss and a tap. Yeah, that's a really nice putt from Austin.
Yeah, he was just in that like scary zone where your legs start to feel it. You're like, oh gosh,
exactly.
If I miss this, it's going to be rough.
Yeah, like I might be taking 2 more strokes if I miss this.
Yeah.
And all birdies from our card. Very nice. We are all sitting at 5 under par.
Yeah, definitely attacking
Tied
this
card.
back nine.
Oh, yeah. Hole 14, this is a par 3, 365 feet. You have 2 options, really depending on the wind. There is a forehand gap, which is a little bit tighter on this left side. You just want to flip something up flat and have it finish. Not too quickly because you can hyzer out and skip right into this pond, which does play OB. So you really just want it to carry as straight as possible and as long as possible and get a skip around the pond. You do also have the big hyzer line as well around the right side, but that is a huge shot. And with the wind today, I was going to say with the wind today, I'm sure we won't see anybody throwing it, but we got Bo Tillman here.
Yeah, the wind today is actually working out for it. So
it is? Okay.
Yeah, we have a big right to left on that. Oh, wow, that's a line that I hadn't really thought of. That's
flex straight down the middle.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
That's fantastic.
He is only about 15 feet.
Yeah, that was really salty. And then
Austin was trying to follow Emerson, and that is not going to be in a good spot.
Yeah, and that was a really tough line to hit too.
Oh, yeah.
That straight gap, flex line.
Yeah, that's so tight.
I think we had 3 out of 4 guys on my card ended up throwing that.
Yeah.
That big hyzer.
That was weird.
Spike safe.
I saw his disc land, and then I saw a splash in the water.
He kicked a rock or something, kicked it into the water.
It had to have been.
And then speaking of in the water, there's Austin's disc in there.
Bo just laying up. That's a scary run. This is another one of those drop-off baskets. I mean, it just drops right behind the basket. And
it really pays to lay up on this.
Yeah.
Austin with that miscue on the last hole, that same shot, that forehand putter up shot, miscued this time too.
Yeah.
And then a fantastic birdie for Emerson. That's awesome.
Taking the lone bird on the card, moving to 6 under par, and taking the lead. Coda always sets his disc down so gently. I wonder if he's had just some spit outs from like not setting it down gently.
Oh, I'm sure of it. He's been playing forever.
Right.
There has to have been a time where that happened.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm never doing that again. I'm setting it in gently, building that course karma. But hole 15, we are on a par 3. It is 393 feet uphill. These guys are really going to be going for a big spike hyzer or a low line hyzer on the right side, which you're playing more for the skip on that line, depending on the wind once again. But yeah, it's definitely just a hyzer. You want to make sure to get over the trees.
That was a really good shot. I mean, the left to right wind is going to be trying to push that disc down the whole time.
Yeah.
So him throwing it high enough over that first tree was really great. And then Coda doing the exact opposite. He's keeping it below the wind, trying to keep it, in that tree line area. That way he doesn't have to contend with it so much.
Yeah. Both throwing that higher line, getting some tree love, squeaking out, and he'll be about circle's edge from there.
Yeah, that's what we seem to see a lot on this hole is when you're throwing that big hyzer, you're just hitting that tree at the end and hoping to trickle through a little bit.
Yeah.
And if not, you're still sticking there. You've got circle's edge.
And it looks like Austin is in a good spot. Emerson trying to give it a run. Finding the tree, though. And Bo's actually just outside this circle. A little bit right side.
Yep, a little off the edge. He's been struggling at that circle's edge distance so far. Oh.
And Coda
Did that
just
spit
with a
right through the back?
Yeah, that spit straight through
Look at
the
his
basket.
face.
Yeah, he's
we had a couple of those over the weekend at least.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure at least one per card there's been somebody with that same face. Like, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah. Emerson making the par.
We were actually talking before the round about this caution tape that you see right there. You really don't want to hit too hard dead center because it's gonna spit you. It's gonna come right back out at you.
Oh yeah, those chains are pretty light too, so like there's not a lot of give when the disc comes into it. So yeah. Hole 16, this is a par 4. It is 530 feet. This one is very downhill, and this hole is an eagle opportunity for these guys because if you get this out on the right line through that right side gap and just let it carry down the hill, you can skip up and leave yourself with a circle's edge putt. The trick here is just getting that angle perfect and getting that height right, because if you throw it too high, you're hitting the tree. Throw it too low, you're taking a cut roll way left. So
yeah, and then this gap right off the tee can be really intimidating.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's kind of tough to throw a full power shot, and see right there. So you're throwing full power, but you still know you have to hit this gap. So I mean, you've got that in the back of your mind when you're trying to power up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really the only danger on this hole.
If that gets down, it's a smash. That's a smash.
And he is going to be left with about 70 to 80 feet. Downhill putt.
Bo catching a little cabbage there.
Yeah, that was a great line. Just a little too high.
Coda might be a little high as well.
Yeah,
got the unfortunate drop straight down. Right, let's see what Austin can do after that really unfortunate drive.
Oh, big hyzer. Wow.
He's going to need...
I was
that's a lot of wind push.
Expecting that. And we didn't quite see where that one landed.
It looked like he's going to be like circle's edge.
Yeah.
And if he is, that's a fantastic shot from there.
Coda almost throwing it in.
Routine. Nice and smooth.
Tap in birdie for Bo.
Oh, no, he caught a tree on the way in.
Yeah. Lengthy putt. Good bid. Emerson for the eagle. But he will settle for the birdie.
There we go. Nice birdie for Coda.
Moving him to 6 under par. Austin with a good par save from where he was at.
Yeah, it can be tough when you hit that first tree off the tee pad.
Yeah.
It's really tough to keep that composure.
Exactly. Because you have such a long way to go down to the basket, and not an easy shot either. Hole 17. This is a par 4. It's 700 feet. So, as you can see, you have this lane that you have to throw through. You can throw a flip up to slight turnover fairway driver or a big hyzer around the right side. Most of these guys are going to be going straight up the gut, and you really just want to land right here where the drone's flying, and then from there you have a pretty easy layup for a tap-in 3. The challenge is really just getting off the tee and getting up to that gap.
Yeah, if you really cook it and get too far, then you're going to cut yourself off from the green. And then if you do what Emerson's doing here and cut in a little early, oh, well, he found actually a really good spot.
That is a prime spot.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best spot you can be.
Yeah, that's the best bad shot we've seen so far.
Yeah. And Bo, that's not going to be the best spot. He's going to have some awkward footing there, and it's going to be an awkward look into the gap there.
All right. This is normally my play, the roller play.
Oh, and he's going way out on the right side, and he's going to leave himself with a little hyzer upshot from over there. He might get out to the opening.
Wow. That's definitely different. I normally play to try to hit that little middle gap, but I mean, if you can throw all the way to the outside edge, then why not?
Yeah, that's a crush roller.
Is this a roller as well?
No. He's
that's
big
a
air shot.
Smash air shot.
Yeah, I think that went over Chris's head there.
Yeah, so he's going to have that same like spike hyzer type of angle to the basket.
Yeah. And Bo.
Forehand cut roller. That was almost perfect. It's really hard to land that shot to try to hop the little creek there.
Yeah. Emerson with a simple pitch up.
And you're right. Yeah, he made it. He definitely made it long enough to give himself just a short little bit and almost made it.
That might be the second most impressive shot I've seen on this hole. Last year, Kevin Jones parked this hole.
Oh, wow.
He literally parked it with a huge flex shot over the top. Like,
I believe it.
Incomprehensible. Like, I was just like, what?
There you go.
Emerson with an easy birdie after the miscue on the drive.
Well, yeah, he had one of the most routine upshots of the group.
Yeah. Austin with a nice birdie.
Bo tapping in the lone par there.
Coda tapping in the bird.
Squeaking in his birdie there, corner pocket.
Oh, yeah. Hole 18, last hole of the round. This is a par 3, 288 feet. Beautiful shot over the pond, uphill. You're throwing through this gap in between these trees. You want to throw either a putter or a mid-range, just dead straight uphill. There is also a big forehand spike hyzer line as well. The danger with that shot is there's a couple guardian trees that kind of guard that line and take it out of play. But if you're more confident with that shot, then by all means.
A little short left there for Emerson. He didn't get any flip up on that disc. Coda getting all the flip up in the world.
That is out of bounds.
Wow. Okay.
And that's unfortunate on this last hole.
And you can see that fountain showing that you've got a nice headwind there.
Yeah. There's that Spikeiser line. Great shot from Austin.
I tried to practice that shot. It didn't work for me.
Yeah,
not as well as it worked for him.
Yeah, you got to get over those trees next to the basket on a super sharp angle. And that'll be a easy birdie for Bo. This is Coda to save 3 and hits cage. He's going to be taking a 4 to move himself to 6 under par, unfortunately.
A little left.
Yeah.
Nice birdie there for Austin.
Yeah. Moving to 6 under par.
Still a really close battle here.
Yeah, I mean, we got 7 down, 6 down, 6 down,
Yeah, we
8
didn't
down.
have any real breakout scores.
No.
But that's what happens when the wind is up. Like a lot of these holes turn into playing it safe.
Yeah,
instead
exactly.
of, trying to get in trouble.
Yep. Yeah, the person who can take the most pars and get the easy birdies wins, Emerson with an unfortunate par. Still a fantastic score.
Yeah, really nice rounds for these guys.
All right. Well, that is going to conclude the first round coverage of the 6th annual Buffalo Run Tournament. Huge shout out to the sponsors once again, Native, Legacy, and DGA Disc Golf. So far, after this first round, we got Emerson Keith leading the pack at 8 under par. Coda Hatfield, Austin Hannum are both tied at 6 under par, and then we got Bo Tillman at 7 under par. So next round, we've got Emerson Keith, Bo Tillman, Luke Sampson out of Illinois, and Coda Hatfield. So should be an exciting card, and hopefully the wind's not as gusty as it was today, but we appreciate you for watching, and thanks, Lauren, for coming out and doing commentary.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, anytime.
Yeah.
Always remember to smash that like and subscribe button. Make sure to check out that GK Pro Patreon as well. See you guys next time.
Yep.